Well, hi there, boys and girls. Welcome back into the dungeon. And again, we're back with a Fender Super Sonic 22. And these are really great sounding amps. Excuse the dogs barking. Except for the problem that most guys know, and that is the noisy reverb. And it can tend to be a little bit noisy in general. Well, if you've seen my last video, that the biggest source of problem is that the reverb pot is down here. Okay, and if we look at the board, come around the back there, that's the connection to the reverb, and it runs across to pins not 1 and 2, whatever it is, the last 2 pins of this ribbon cable. And then ordinarily that's going to run all the way along here, back down into the PC board, and then unshielded all the way to the reverb circuit, which is down there. Alright, so in my previous video I had taken a single strip, a thin strip of aluminium tape, and then just shielded those cables. So the other day I was just wanting to give my amp a general service and bias, and I thought, well, and check the bias, that is. I thought, well, why don't I just shield up the whole darn thing and check how it works out? And I've done a test on the amp and it's working really great, so I thought I'd share this with you. So now what I've got is, and I can't show it to you, I don't think, yeah, but it's a strip of tape that is easily twice as wide, so probably about 1.5 inches wide, because this, or maybe 2 inches wide, because this is about 1 inch wide, this tape, so 5 centimeters wide. Aluminium tape. I unrolled it, and I very carefully stuck it and wrapped it all the way around, so now it is completely shielding all of these long set of wires running the length of the amp. And man, I gotta tell you, this noise floor has dropped to an all-time low. Alright, that's the one thing. Now the other thing, and I still have to do, is get in here and clean up a little bit, but I'm going to show you this. I just need to get my pointing device, and here it is. Okay. This resistor over here, R75, is given in the schematic as, let me just get this right, R75 is given as, and that is the, no, that, what is it? Is that R7? Sorry, I'm getting a bit confused. R75, let's get back there. Okay, R75 is normally a 3.3 mega ohm resistor. Now I have a 1 meg in there, but it's because also in the schematic, R76 is given as 220k, but this is only 100k, and I found my reverb was a little bit weak, so I think that what they had done is at the factory tried to tame the amount of reverb coming in to the driver tube, to the 1287 driver tube, because it was so noisy. So I went and put it back to a reasonable ratio, and I have to say that now this amp is just jumping. So R75, 1 meg, R76, 100k, Super Sonic 22, Super Sonic. And with the tape, and remember, you got to shield and then ground the tape. I've got a little metal plate that I have stuck underneath here and held in place, because you can't solder onto aluminium. So I've got a little metal plate that I've soldered a wire to and tied up with a cable tie, and then grounded at that ground point right there. And now this thing is super quiet. So really very little mods. And don't forget, the other thing that I had done before, let me just get in there and you can see it, is on these driver tubes for the reverb circuit, I took the wires and I ran them as close to the chassis as possible, and it makes a world of difference down this side as well. I actually want to get in and just do this one over here. You can see it's got leads flying about, so I just want to get them tucked down and right down against the chassis, because that tends to tame the noise as well. And then she's going back together, and I'll give you a little demo, so hang on. Just thought I'd show you how it looks with the wires kind of flattened down to the chassis. Now there's not a huge change, but they are significantly closer to the chassis coming off of the valve or the tube sockets. Alright, I wonder if I could, and I just realized I've overlooked these boys over here, but you know, as they say, every little bit helps. So let's give it a go. I'll try and film while I do it. I just take a screwdriver and I just kind of get them down, you know, down on the ground, so that they kind of shield themselves a little bit against the chassis. That side seems to be pretty much as good as it's going to get. Around the back there, I don't see them getting any closer down, unfortunately. And down here as well with the main tubes, the two 6v6s, I don't see much advantage going on there, but you know, we do what we can with what we've got. There we go. I think I've seen a video of a guy actually using hot glue to get these kind of stabilized as well. I'd say around the 6v6s, not really an issue for microphonics and so on. A little bit of noise saving, I suppose. As they say again, every little bit helps. Okay, so that's done. Everything is looking sweet. And I'm going to put it back in the amp and we'll give it a demo. So just as my good friend Randy Schardiger from the house that never sleeps likes to say, hold on. Okay, we're running. So I've got it on the normal channel. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, it's on the normal channel. And there's the reverb cranked all the way up to 10. Guitar is muted at the moment. At the guitar, I turn the volume down. And I mean, this thing is now full blast. And that's all the noise you're getting. Okay, it's in the normal channel, but still. That is insane. That is, this amp has never been this quiet. And now I'm going to give you the comparison from the guitar with the volume on. Reverb is going to set at 5 at the moment, and this is how it sounds, eh? Alright, so that's the reverb at 5, at full gain. So that luscious reverb is back the way a Fender should sound. I'll set it to 4. I'll get the volume down to about 3. So this thing is a singer. Alright, it's never been this quiet in its life, and it's just sounding juicy. This is how a tube amp should sound. Let's cut the treble a bit, give it a bit more bass. A little bit more vintage sounding. This thing is just gonna, I can't wait to get back on the gig with it. It's sounding beautiful. Okay, let's give it a fat. Kill the reverb. This is a winner. This is a winner. Okay, so now we're going to kick in the overdrive. Okay, in case you're not convinced. Alright. Now that noise is the guitar itself. So. These are new strings, so they're kind of stretching as I play them in. My little China girl. I love it. Let's do that. Let's do that. Sam's a killer. Well, I'm done. I'm out. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you for the next session in the dungeon with somebody's amp that needs help. Bye for now.